Hello, Amanda here again. It's been a couple of weeks since I last done the video, so I thought it was a bit overdue. What I'm going to do this time, I'm going to do a three-part one, really. First part, which is the opening bit, can I direct you to my blog on Blogspot? That's the Google run blogging site. Again, it's at Amanda Out There, and I've done a blog, written blog this week about LGBT History Month, what it means to me and what's gone on this week. Appreciate it if you could pop by and have a look at that, because that's the one I've been doing before when all this video malarkey. So again, it's at Amanda Out There, and it's on Blogspot, which is a Google website. Okay, so I'm presuming now you've had a look at that. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you understand the passion I put into that blog. It means a lot to me to keep that going, and it means a lot to me to tell people what's going on. I did say in the last video I was going to do a little bit about makeup, so that's what I'm going to cover next in the next 5 minutes. If you want to skip this bit, you can do. Okay, makeup. So I'm not going to show you and do all those bits and bobs. There are better girls out there. There's a great YouTube website called Pixie Woo. If you want to follow that, they're great at doing makeup. Picked up a few tips from them over the years. With me, I've got quite dark skin to start with. I'm probably dark European, if you want to be a categorization. So I've got to be careful with that. I'm also obviously middle-aged, so I've also got to make sure that I get the colours and the appropriate highlighting in the right place. So underneath my eyes, I've got actually quite dark skin. I don't know why, but I do. So what I generally do there is start off with a concealer stick. I just dab it under the eyes there. This is a Natural Beige, I think, by Collection Boots. Only a couple of quid, but I absolutely swear by this. This goes under the eyes and the odd spot and the odd blemish that I've got there. Okay, so I've done the eyes. The next bit is sort of like the jawline and the upper lip. Problem I have is, again, because I'm trans, I would have had previous hair growth there. It's less so with the hormones, but it still occurs occasionally. That produces a bluey grey sort of colour, and again, from varying websites and YouTubers, I've managed to find out that, would you believe, orange covers that up. So like peachy orange, and this is Infallible by L'Oreal. That just gets brushed on there, a little bit just below the cheekbones and around the lower chin, just to hide some colour. Next bit is the full face, really. This part of my face really doesn't need a great deal. Your nose, again, doesn't need much touching up. So after I've put the bright orange on the bottom and I've put the concealer under my eyes, I generally go for a foundation. In the past, I used a liquid foundation. This is a Rimmel, I think. Quite expensive. Uses a lot up most of the time, and it's a bit greasy. A couple of years ago I found out something called Max Factor Pan Stick. It's like a lippy in that you just screw the bottom up and it comes up, and you just daub it over liberally, and it literally covers everything. It does provide a greasy surface, but I'll go on in a minute how I hide that. Okay, so I've slapped up on that, and the next thing is the eyes. Okay, I always felt that one of my strongest parts of my eyes, I've got actually quite deep eyes, so again, you know, with the red hair, it sort of stands out. So to do the eyeliner, it's essentially a simple kohl pencil. You can get these from Marks and Spencer's or Boots. I then generally put some eyeshadow on depending on what I'm wearing on that day. So I've got a couple of palettes. This is one I got from Marks and Spencer's, and that covers all like the smoky eyes look. And then if I'm really going for some bright colours, I might top it off with some browns or a little bit of red. To finish it off, you've got to have mascara. Now, I've got quite long eyelashes. Fortunately, they're quite dark as well, but I like to accentuate them. So I get usually one of those mascaras with the big brushes, and in this particular instance, I have Rimmel. I pretty much have used Rimmel mascara since day one, and it is very, very good. The brushes are excellent. You can get great curves, makes you really stand out. Bit gothy, bit Susie and the Banshees, but I do like it. Okay, so when you've got to this point, I'm starting to look like I've got a bit of a greasy skin. So I finish it off with a powder. Again, I've been to Boots and I've been to their Collection range. I usually put this around the lower chin, the nose and the upper lip, just to give me a lighter colouring. On the rest of my face, I generally use a pressed powder. Again, from Boots and the collection. I think they also do it in Superdrug. This one's called Translucent. Again, it just goes on everywhere, blends in and covers all the previous multiple layers that I've put on. Right, and the penultimate is I like to put a bit of colour in my cheeks. Again, if I just leave it all the one colour with the really bright hair that I've got, it doesn't really stand out my jawline or my cheekbones. There is a shop in the Lowry Centre and also in Cheshire Oats called Beauty Outlet, and I swear by their blusher. It's a W7 range. It's got 3 different colours. Again, depending on whether it's a night out, I might bold it up a little, or if it's working, perhaps I'm wearing a dark colour, I might tone it down a little. Absolutely goes for months. Recommend when you're in Cheshire Oaks or the Lowry Outlet. If you pop in, they have many a bargain. And finally, a woman can't be dressed properly unless she's got lipstick. Again, I go to the Beauty Outlet quite a lot and Boots, and I pretty much buy universally Maybelline. I've got that colour, which you'll see is a darkish red. I've got that colour, which you might see is a slightly lighter red, and I've got that colour, which you might see is a darker red. I like dark reds. Again, it's because of my hair, because of my complexion, because of the other makeup I'll be wearing. I tend to go for that. Pinks completely disappear with me and you just can't see them. Browns can be a bit heavy, but again, if I'm on a night out and I want to go really bold, I'll do that. Very recently, I've actually started doing L'Oreal, but you can see the colour's identical. Nothing new there. So that's essentially my little makeup routine. It usually takes about 10 to 15 minutes. If I'm a bit rushed, I might cut something down. I might knock off the mascara. But generally speaking, I pretty much wear that every day. Lastly, at the end of the day, I generally like to get all this off as soon as I can, unless I'm doing perhaps a video. And I swear by moisturisers of various types. I have done for a very long time, probably since my early 20s. There is a particular company that I like that I've been recently introduced to in the last couple of years, and it is the Yorkshire Soap Company. This one is actually a body lotion, and you'll notice it's Cherry Bakewell. I adore Cherry Bakewell. I could probably eat this, but if it wasn't such a poisonous thing to do. Fantastically good. Not exactly cheap, but really, really, ladies, look them up on the internet. If you're not in York, Harrogate or Leeds, then that's your only option. If you're in any of those areas, pop in. They are fantastic. Okay, so that covers all my makeup and skincare regime. I said this was a 3-parter. The first part was obviously, please again look up my written blog on Blogspot, Amanda Out There. Second part, I've just ran through my makeup routine. And finally, part of what this blog was all about and why I started it this year is I intended to do a bit of travelling, and I would like you to come with me. There are quite a few vloggers I follow on YouTube who do general travel videos, but this is sort of like me being a trans woman and travelling, and see whether that's any different. I am off to a European city this week. I won't give it away yet because there's plenty of videos to come, hopefully in the next few days from my visit there. I am actually flying the world's favourite airline, which is another thing I will cover, and I'll show you various flights and airports that I will be in the coming days. Please tune in. I'll do a lot of shorts. I will probably do quite a bit on my TikTok channel as well, but I'll copy them across to YouTube, and I'll do a few longer videos perhaps at the end of the night in my hotel. If you follow me on Instagram at Amanda Out There, I will be doing regular picture posts on that, and I hope you can follow my journey in the next few days. If not, I hope you can tune in for the next video. Thank you for tuning into this video. Please hit the bell thingy, subscribe button, you know, the usual YouTube malarkey. And I hope to speak to you again soon. I'm thinking next time I will be doing my Phase 8 dresses as I promised, but I'm going to get this travel out of my system first. Thanks again, and check out my blog, Instagram, TikTok and YouTube shorts. Thank you.